What is up, guys? This is Matt, physical therapist. Welcome back to another episode of just me talking about injuries in the sports world. Today we're going to dive into concussions. There were two players, big name players, that got hurt over the weekend. Matt Stafford, quarterback for the Lions, got concussed, and also David Montgomery, running back for the Bears. Concussions are actually a very common thing in the NFL, or just in sports in general. Head trauma has been a big hot topic for all sports. Just everybody trying to protect their athletes. So both Stafford and Montgomery are going to have to go through NFL protocol, just going through a concussion program before they can return to the field. So I just wanted to start off by talking about what a concussion is. Many of you guys probably already know what a concussion is. Some of you guys have probably suffered a concussion, but your skull carries your brain, obviously. But I don't know if you guys know, the brain kind of just floats in fluid in your brain, in your skull. So it's not exactly like a tight fit. So anytime you get hit, anytime there's a fall where your head gets jerked, like in an automobile accident, there's always a chance that the brain then gets whipped into the side of the skull and results in a concussion. So, it doesn't take a lot of trauma. Sometimes, the little thing as in falling and just kind of jarring your head can cause a concussion for a common day injury. But of course, in the NFL, it seems like you're getting hit by a train on every single play, especially quarterbacks. They get hit pretty hard. Not a lot, but they get hard. And then with running backs, they get hit almost every time they touch the ball. So it's a pretty serious thing in the NFL. I know they've been trying to implement just new rules, new helmets and stuff, which have helped decrease the number of concussions over the years. But it's still a serious ongoing issue. And so, a little bit of knowledge goes a long way. With concussion, obviously you get a very, immediate onset of symptoms. So dizziness, headache, nausea. Doctors will check your eyes to see if your pupils are dilating correctly, or if there's any nystagmus, which is just the eye going back and forth. To clear concussion protocol, you have to be able to do just exercise activities without increasing your symptoms. So, like I was saying, a big part of the protocol is basically just going through all these steps of increasing your daily activity, leading all the way up to football activities without increasing your symptoms. So, if you're able to take a walk or a light jog without increasing your headache or increasing your dizziness or anything like that, doctors will then put you in the next step of the protocol. Now, I don't know the NFL's protocol exactly, so I don't know exactly what steps these players need to take before returning, but I do know for sure they probably have to go a certain number of hours symptom-free while doing activities to be able to return to practice. The biggest reason for all the safety measures and stuff, of course, short term, they want to protect their players. Players have been able to return the week after a concussion, and some players, I don't know if you've seen, have probably taken a couple weeks to come back. Of course, the more concussions you get, the easier it is to get them again. And sometimes the more severe the symptoms can be per subsequent episode of concussion. So the biggest issue the NFL is trying to prevent is just long-term issues. CTE is a big choice word that I'm sure most of you have heard, and so that it's a big issue. And that's just when the brain is just swollen. There's different areas of the brain that are just so traumatized that it's just a prolonged chronic issue. It can cause just increased aggression, increased depression, and it's definitely led to a lot of issues down the road. Players like Junior Seau, Aaron Hernandez, two big names in the recent years that I can think of off the top of my head. That after their deaths, researchers were able to confirm that they had CTE, and so yes, it may not seem like much when your favorite team hits the other team really hard, and it's a big hit and everything like that. But as a fan, as a physical therapist, watching it on the field, sometimes I know right away if that player's concussed. And, it's just sad to see. So, of course, I'm glad the NFL is taking a lot of precaution. I hope that one day, somehow we can play safely without all the injuries, or without the head injuries at least, but still be able to enjoy the game, still be a hard-hitting game, because that's what the NFL is. I don't want this to turn to a touch football. But I also understand that there are dangers to the game when you have two very super athletic human beings, run into each other at full force. So, if you have any questions about anything about CTE or about concussions, you can always come and ask me just through my DMs on Twitter at _ Matt Nguyen. That's WIN. If not, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you want to keep subscribing to my videos, just click below. Every week we'll come out with some videos about injuries, such as the last couple of weeks we've been doing just hockey injuries and basketball injuries. So thanks for the follow, thanks for the watch, guys.